Yo, what's up? Thank you for tuning in to another morning therapy with Barry B. It's a beautiful day. I got my plants over there producing that O2. What you know about that O2? It births life. But hey, let's get right into it. So today's day number 2 of the Power series. We're talking about power. But if we're going to talk about power, we have to understand what power is. You know, that term can't just be thrown around. And so if you want to know what power is, I'll tell you. You ready? It's the ability to exert some type of control or influence over another person, idea, or object. Let me say it again. It's the ability to exercise control over another person, idea, or object. And so when you think and you look at your life, like, what are some things or people or ideas that you exercise control over? That's you exercising power. And so when we think about that, everything that we see around us is a power struggle. Or it's an exertion of power. We all seek power in one way or another. And so it's understanding how to attain it or obtain it, which will influence whether or not, we're successful or not. So to get into day 2, we're going to talk about law number 2. And it's keep your enemies close and your friends at a distance. Now, people are going to think like, what? Like, why would I keep my enemies close and my friends at a distance? What does that mean? What does doing that mean? Well, I'll tell you. Your friends, the ones you love, the ones that you're close to, you have an emotional attachment to them, an emotional connection, which is great. It's fine. But when it comes to being observant and executing at a high performance or at a high rate, it's harder because emotions are tied and attached, which will only hinder you in the power process. Now, does this thing have to be like, because it almost sounds horrible, but it's not. When you think of it in the context of this, in competition, or when you have an opponent, the more that you understand that opponent and the more that you're vigilant with that opponent, the better chances that you have of being successful in whatever competition it is. That's because you're aware, you're focused, you're looking, you're observant, you're not comfortable, you're not emotionally tied. But when you don't know that, when you're not observant, when you're comfortable, when you're relaxed, when you have your back turned, that's when it gets stabbed. Keep your friends at a distance when it comes to gaining power. Don't tie them into your affairs. Keep them friends. Your affairs and your friends should be separate. Keep it that way. Because it only will make for sour milk. So today, think about everything in your life that you're exercising control and influence over. Whether that be people, your children. Whether that be your subordinates at work or your superior at work. Think about that and look at the way that you're maneuvering it. And I appreciate everybody for tuning in. Please hit that subscribe button. Give me some likes, give me some hearts, some dislikes, all of that. Man, interact with everything that you see my face on, because I will interact with you. And I appreciate everybody for tuning in to another morning therapy with Barry B.